Afternoon, Percy.
Good day, sir.
So,
You're kind of today.
am I on schedule?
Yeah,
Good.
yeah. You are, but you're all fuzzy, eh? You're breaking up pretty good.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Um,
It's all right. It's not your fault.
well, uh, want to say thanks for making all this happen. It's you're like the main thing. So I want to say thank you for being you. Since I talked to you last, I interviewed Stan, and he's a fine, fine, fine man. So, this call now, I just wanted to ask you about. My understanding is that you were somewhat separated for about 20 something years, and then my question was for you when you first heard that he wanted to contact you. What were you thinking in your mind, and what were you thinking in your heart, or feeling in your heart?
I was really excited in my head.
Uh
You
huh.
know, like um, I wanted it to happen really bad myself
Uh huh.
because um, about 2 weeks before he contacted me, I found out that he was actually living here in Kingston. You know, he was living here in Kingston. I found out about 2 weeks before, and because my sister told me, and if I'd have known that earlier, I would have been all over him somehow. But I decided because Melissa was in my I just found Melissa and Melissa and I we talked about it, and we said let him contact you because this way here
Yeah.
you'll know something isn't going to be too
Yeah.
hard.
Yeah. Very wise. So that's what you were thinking in your mind. You were feeling very exuberant and thinking this is good and that you want to make this happen, but you want it to be right for him. And so you kind of held back a little bit to see if he wanted to do that step after the invitation. So in your heart, what did you feel in your heart at that point where Melissa kind of, got in there? What did you feel in your heart about Stan?
Oh, I had a lot of pain. I actually had a lot of pain in my chest,
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
my heart,
yeah,
because of all the distance between us,
yeah,
and the knowledge that I knew that he was there,
yeah,
and I couldn't reach out.
yeah.
You know, that oh man, that was
You
that was just so much pain inside of me too.
you had you
You know,
had
and happiness.
you had two
And
sides of
happiness.
pain. Pain of not knowing you had a daughter and the pain of knowing you had a son that you weren't communicating with. You had two sides of the same parental pain. And now it's all good.
Yeah, well, it's better. Put it that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah.
What would make it great is if Stanley's mother would come to terms with all of this herself,
Yeah.
because I have so many people I came to terms with, realizing that I was the asshole and nobody else,
Yeah.
and that I'm terribly sorry, but I can't change the past. But I sure have made a change in the future, from my past. So, I'm hoping that sheds a little forgiveness,
Well,
noticing the changes in my life.
I can understand how you would feel that way, but you're incorrect because Stan is a great guy and Melissa is a fantastic woman. And I don't know what you're thinking, but they're the most two really fine, fine people. And they're there because what they went through and what you went through today. In the past, it was
Yeah.
god awful, but right now,
Yeah, well,
it's pretty good. I'm
terrible.
telling you, man. There's a lot of people out there that don't have the spines of either one of those people.
Yeah.
Really.
Well,
You should be proud.
I am proud of them
Yeah.
because they grew up very strong and solid people.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't like at all. They weren't weak and an abusive
No.
person. You know,
No.
like I was when I was younger. You know, being a gypsy, I traveled and I used and abused everything and everybody.
Yeah. And that's the first half, but this is the second half, and this is the better half. They're with you.
Yeah.
Now, the
Well,
next question is, when you actually heard his voice, because I know you talked to him now, what did you feel, what did you think in your mind, and what did you feel in your heart? Just more of the same? Just the pain was going away and you wanted to be better?
well, I actually felt a little intimidated by him.
Uh-huh.
Because I could hear the anger in his voice, you know, and the hesitation.
Yeah.
And well, the first time I talked to him, it was, hey, back up, pal. You know, that's what I've got from him. Hey, back up, pal. You know?
Yeah. He's got a spine.
Stand up and be strong, you know, and protect thyself, you know?
And he listened, though.
I couldn't hear you.
He listened. He listened to you.
Yeah, he was listening to me. He heard,
Yeah.
and I heard what he had to say too.
Yeah.
You know, about me and how our relationship is based on, you know, learning to find each other first.
Yeah.
You know, and respecting one another.
Yeah.
And then growing as a, you know, like I know I'll never be his, like his growing dad. I'm just the bio dad.
Yes.
And then, but now I'm his real dad, and he wants to know me, and he wants to know about my life, and I want to know about his life, and I want to know how he feels, and you know, I want to know how he's living.
And he honestly wants to know too. He wants to know.
Yeah.
That's something
I'm doing my best to speak with him all the time.
Yeah.
But I know he's a very big man because he's got a good job now.
Yeah.
And, you know, and he's very busy.
Yeah. No. Well, I just want to enforce that you should take great pride in both of those souls. They're very strong-willed souls.
Well, are they ever strong? You know, to put up with you know, all the mixed up lives that they've had. You know. You know, the chaos that they were living in too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I might have mentioned it, but I'll mention it again. The more in general, the more loving you are, the more difficult your life is going to be. And you're an exceptionally loving person, as is Melissa, as is Stan. So the territory just comes with a lot of challenges. Now, I forwarded you a reading, a spiritual reading. Was that reading in the ballpark for you?
I couldn't hear a word you said there because you went right out of me.
I'm sorry. I sent that spiritual reading for you. Did you get that?
Oh, yeah. I got to. I had to send it to my other account to hear it because on my new book here, I couldn't get it to play because I didn't see a player and I didn't know how to put things on this new thing that Melissa got me. But I went to my other account and it played it for me, and you know, I was really surprised that there was nothing there for Percy. You know.
So was I.
Oh,
I'm like, what am I going to say?
You know, but you blew me away with the Sandman moves, you know, like, and that's the truth. What you told me was pretty damn close, you know, like 99%.
Yeah.
You know, of who I am.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying you must take pride in your kids. Come on, boss.
Oh, I'm really proud of them. I tell them that every day.
Yeah.
I love them and I care and I appreciate everything that they're doing.
Yeah.
They're so strong for living their lives.
Yeah.
And living it strongly, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, And all the changes that have happened in the last month and a half, 2 months, is overwhelming too.
I just
It really is overwhelming.
today I
You know,
saw
for
today I saw a picture of you on Facebook with your grandson on your shoulders. Oh, he loves you.
Oh, I know, I know. Oh, and then Melissa and I, we danced around the fire, and had a really good time at the camp, and we just enjoyed life, and got back some of the things we wanted to do together, you know, have fun together. It was so important.
I think well, I'm imagining that the Native American culture was such a community oriented culture. We all are one culture, that since civilization and technology have basically changed everything, and unethical use of electricity, that Native American, Native person, that community, the family, is one of the last close links to the earth, to Mother Earth. Because people like myself who grew up in Silicon Valley were like, we think we're getting earthy if we eat a walnut.
Well, like they've had those sayings, in our society, the whole village raises the family, because we look after everybody, no matter what, If somebody's hungry, well, you feed them, and if somebody's hurting, well, you help them. That's what it's about, It's based on sharing and caring, and true love, and that's how I base my life nowadays, sharing and caring, and just loving, and respecting everything and everybody, because that's really important, especially for the children today, Look at Melissa, and look how strong she is, and look at Stanley. He stands up, and he stands up for the little guy and protects him.
Yeah.
Melissa's the same way.
Yeah.
She protects everybody.
Yeah.
And doesn't give up fighting.
No. No. They're warriors in their own right, and I think it's not an act. That's how they truly are. They couldn't be some other way.
I believe so too.
I wanted to ask you. Last time we spoke, you mentioned something I'd never heard before, and that was a shaking tent ceremony.
Shaking tent ceremony.
Yes. Yeah. What is that?
Well, the native elder is tied up in a blanket, completely covered, blindfolded, and tied up inside the blanket. And we're inside a tent, and it's pitch black. Like you can't even see your hands. You can't see the person beside you. And the elder starts praying, and when I'm there helping them sing the songs, all the traditional native songs, I was singing with them and drumming. And all of a sudden, lightning starts flashing all over the place. And this man's hands are bound, hand and foot tied in a blanket. And then he starts praying and starts doing his thing. And then all of a sudden, he calls people forward, and he's not tied up. There's no blankets. There's nobody there to untie him or anything, and he's totally undone. And he's speaking through in a different voice, and he's calling people forward.
Cool. Cool.
And telling them, this is what's happening. This is your name. This is your ancestors. He's telling you your future and your past. And what you should be doing to yourself. Just keep walking. That's all I was told. Just keep walking.
How confirming is that? Come on.
I know.
It can't get any heavier than that.
Hey, and I was there with my one of my elders too, and he had no idea I was being called up. His sons were there. I was there. I was working with his sons, and all of a sudden, I was told to stand up. I wasn't prepared for it, but that's okay. we're always prepared in one way or another for this kind of stuff in our hearts, you know.
I will say it's a first for me because to put things into context, I channel the person's guardian angel for information so they can learn their lessons with the least amount of pain. I don't tell them what to do. I just try to bring the information. And White Grizzly Standing Moose said I was about 99% correct. So I don't think I'm that correct, but the information I'm giving is good information. Anyway, so his name is Percy, blah, blah, blah. So my guardian angel's Daisy. So I said, Daisy, tell me about Percy. Nothing. Zero. Zip. And I've been doing this for years. I'm like, there's nothing, man, nothing. So Sunset, I'm like, Daisy, tell me about Percy. Nothing. I'm like, what am I going to do? So I woke up in the morning, sunrise, did my meditation, and I remember, oh yeah, standing moose. I remember that standing moose, because the moose, they stand there. It looks they survey what's going on. So I listened to my recording, and the whole is White Grizzly Standing Moose. So I asked Daisy about White Grizzly Standing Moose. Wham! Just came on in, all this information. Can you give a review of that reading for me? So, because I like hearing the reviews, because was it helpful to you what I shared?
Well, yeah, you said I had 5 and everything, and the 5 wow.
Yeah.
Really on every stage, and I was told that I'm giving, loving, but I also can be a mean bastard too when it comes down to it.
I was honest.
Yeah, and that's the truth about me too,
Yeah.
I'm a truly loving man, but don't you ever try to stab me in the back. So, I'm just as ruthless,
Yeah.
Today, we're trying to make everything 50-50, so, that's where I'm going to live it, 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do part of the work, you do part of the work.
Yeah. So, okay, so more or less I was accurate and it was beneficial, correct?
I couldn't hear that last part.
More or less it was helpful to you, the reading?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it helped me relax and focus and understand that, maybe 40-something years ago, Percy disappeared, and White Grizzly Standing was stood up and took over.
Percy's gone. Percy's gone, man. There's no Percy.
Absolutely. I just kind of noticed that. After you spoke to me, I was talking with my friend, and he says, yeah, you're not the same person you ever were when we were younger.
No.
So, yeah, you changed. You're not even close to even being close to that person.
Yeah.
And he says, and everybody loves you. Back then, everybody was afraid of you.
Yeah.
But now everybody loves you. He says, you're so kind and giving and generous. And I says, well, lessons learned.
Well, Percy,
lessons learned.
Percy, I started off with Melissa, and now I've spoken to Melissa and yourself twice, and your son Stan, and this might be the last time I talk to you. I want to say thank you, and you're going to have a second chance here with a grandson now. You got this kid hanging on your neck who loves you, so you make it right, so you feel the right way on that. So if you were going to tell your grandson something right now, what would you tell him about White Grizzly Standing Moose?
Just have faith in yourself. Focus on a project that you want in life, and set your goals. And don't set your goals too long, because goals can change as we grow older. Just take one step at a time and do one thing at a time and work towards that goal that you have, because there's many steps towards reaching a goal. And always be true to yourself and to your friends and family, because it's important to have all that support and love that you need in life. And always remember to be smart, and don't ever look back. Just keep walking forward. That's what I have to say to you.
And what's your grandson's name?
Isaac and Carter. I have 2 of them.
Isaac and Carter. Well, Isaac and Carter and all their loved ones, are always.
And they're both 9 years old. And they're both 9 years old.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Percy, thank you so much. You and all your loved ones are always in my prayers. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. You're welcome.